Welcome to my organizational behavior playlist. Today I will be explaining nature of OB. Let's see first of all the questions to be asked in the examination. Explain the nature of organizational behavior. The weightage can be 4 marks. So let's start. Nature of organizational behavior. Sometimes you can say it is characteristic of organizational behavior. The nature of organizational behavior is identified as follows. First, a separate field of study and not a discipline only. That means OB is a separate field of study. It is not a single discipline. OB is an interdisciplinary approach. Next, OB is an applied science. Next, in the OB, there is a practical orientation. Next, OB has a humanistic and optimistic approach. Next, use of scientific methods in OB. Next, OB is a normative science. And at last, OB is concern for effectiveness in any organization. So these are the 8 different characteristics, or you can say the nature of organizational behavior. Now let's see one by one briefly so that you can understand these all important points, and at the same time you can remember the points in the examination. So let's start from the first. OB is a separate field of study and not a discipline only. So very simple, name itself indicate it is actually a separate field of study. So OB is not depend on a certain discipline. That means not a single discipline. Thus, not based on a specific theoretical background. Therefore, it is better reasonable to call OB, that means organizational behavior, a separate field of study rather than a specified discipline. Behavioral scientists have been accumulating a distinct knowledge based on behaviors within organizations that forms the foundation of this field of study. Next, second one, OB is an interdisciplinary approach. Here you can see these are the different disciplines which are used in organizational behavior. That's why it is called as interdisciplinary approach. So organizational behavior is essentially an interdisciplinary approach to study human behavior at workplace. It tries to integrate the relevant knowledge drawn from related disciplines, like you can see political science, anthropology, economics, sociology, and psychology, to make them applicable for studying and analyzing organizational behavior. So you know very well political science, economics, sociology, but here you can see anthropology. So anthropology means it is the scientific study of humanity. So when you study the humanity by scientific method, then you can say it is anthropology. So all these different disciplines are considered to study the organizational behavior. That's why it is called as interdisciplinary approach. Next, third one, OB is an applied science. Pure science concentrates on fundamental researches, while OB concentrates on applied researches. So that is actually the very important difference. If it is a pure science, then it focuses on fundamental researches, while OB, that means organizational behavior, concentrates on applied researches. That's why it is called as an applied science. In short, OB involves both applied research and its application in organizational analysis. Hence, OB can be called both science as well as art. So it is very important. OB is sometimes called as both science as well as art. Next, fourth one, there is a practical orientation in OB. Researchers in the field of organizational behavior have focus on cause and effect orientation. Means attempts have been made to understand cause of a behavior or the outcomes of that behavior in an organizational situation. So basically OB has a practical orientation and that is focus on cause and effect. So let's see the first one. What do you mean by cause? So here it is written, attempts have been made to understand cause of a behavior in the OB. Next, scientists try to identify the impact of people. That means we can say the effect on organization and organization on people. So this part is considered for the cause and this part is for the effect. So this is actually cause and effect orientation. That's why you can say there is a practical approach. Researchers have been able to find answer of the following practical questions. Now let's see the questions. How to increase job satisfaction of employees? Next, what is the significance of interpersonal trust in an effective team? Next, how to reduce communication barriers in organizations? Next, can the quality of leadership determine employee performance? Next, what can be done to motivate employees? And at last, how to implement change effectively in organization? You can find the answer of these different questions in organizational behavior. That's why you can say it is a practical orientation. Next one, a humanistic and optimistic approach. Organizational behavior focuses the attention on people from humanistic point of view. So it is really very important. OB focuses the attention on people from the humanistic point of view. It means deals with the thinking and feeling of human beings. It is based on the belief that needs and motivation of people are of high concern. So once again, see carefully. OB is actually based on the belief that needs and motivation of people are really very important in any organization. Further, there is optimism about the potential of man to be independent, creative, predictive, and capable of contributing positively to the objectives of the organization, or you can say contributing positively to success of organization. Next one, use of scientific methods. Here is, in organizational behavior are developed on the basis of empirical researches that follow scientific methods. That's why you can say over here OB use of scientific methods. So here keep in mind, theories in the organizational behavior are actually developed on the empirical researches. Once again, that researches follow scientific methods. So in short, you can say in the OB, data is collected initially, then processed, and then a hypothesis is developed. And that will be tested like in any other scientific methods or in any other science. Old concepts are tested for their validity and new ones are proposed on the basis of scientific researches to find solutions to organizational problems. So you can say use of scientific methods in OB. Next one, normative science. Organizational behavior is normative science. Very simple, you can say from this word, a normative science prescribes how the various findings of researches can be applied to get organizational results which are acceptable to the society. So very simple normative science, that means various finding research can be applied to get whatever it may be the results which are acceptable to the society. Thus, what is acceptable by the society or individuals engaged in an organization is a matter of values of the society and people concerned. Next, last one, concern for effectiveness. The objective of the field of organizational behavior is to bring effectiveness in management process through understanding of the impact of behavior. So it is once again very simple. The objective of the OB is to bring effectiveness in management process by understanding the impact of behavior of employees. It aims to improve interpersonal skills of employees so that they are able to satisfy customers. Next, they work as good team member. Next, they act as better superior, subordinate and peer. Ultimately, leads to overall organizational effectiveness. If you have any question, then write in the comment box. Thanks my dear friends for watching this video. Press the like button to appreciate it.